Hey everyone, and we're going to be reacting to sim car blocks and for some kind of like this in my very oldest channel about negligible WTF over here. So we're gonna be going for a round for racing around here, but the first thing that I absolutely gotta be scrolling all the way down into the end. And so on, that would be for like this as well. The next video will be the lap times. Could be a super lap for pretty even possible for like this as well. More experiences like this won't be going to be for a little bit accessible for this one. Into the Vista mode for like this thing as well. So I won't be able to be going to react like anything as well. So I'll be looking to the Vista mode for around here for this later and a few more videos to go before it's going to be the end of Windows 10. So let's start making in for a little bit for like this as well. So I'm going to mute everywhere for anything as well. So the quality is absolutely for really that bad, and I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for around here. So starting with the games around here for their sim cars before I'm going to racing them, and oh gosh, I'm going to mute anything as well. Let's just absolutely going to be a little bit wait for just a little bit of reaction. So I better switch this part into something other kinds of like this. So the first is going to be for Shine Shimmer. And probably there must be other kinds of YouTubers, such as Mr. Beast, who's Nasty Fox, and there's nothing around here for some kind of like this. There's Jelly, and YouTubers like here as possible look like Slendy Games. Another name is Dale Earnhardt, like anything as well. So probably there's Preston Plays, Mr. Beast, Jelly, Jackal's Motive. I gotta be giving a name around here is the letter H as well. Alright, it's Hyperion. Alright, it was Hyperion Blue. I'm probably sure it was the Hyperion Blue GT. That was I never gonna be probably thinking around here. So let's go to change around in another driver. Could be for the H2O Delirious. Oh jeez. H2O Delirious is going to be taking a little bit for one time as well. So what name is going to be for the Dale Earnhardt Jr. for just like anything as well? In front of them is Cartoons. That must be H2O Delirious's rival. And it's going to be ready to take the race for just a little bit amount of those things as well. I better absolutely going to be trying to publish this thing as well. These drivers can beat any warning. This is not a test. This is not fake. Oh jeez. And finally, you can buy it for free. And that is absolutely probably the end of this video, so I just continued this video for probably a long time. So the race has just started, but I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for now, further ado. And yes, the race has continued to go around here for just a little bit possible. Instead of YouTubers, these are probably like the cars either. On a sim block racing. Oh geez, this is gonna be the pile of cars. Oh my gosh. The first corner is absolutely being piled up with many drivers, like the sim blocks is gonna be everywhere around here. Including the YouTubers who are absolutely going to end up here. They can't absolutely survive that way. But it's also... oh, Jeezy Christ. Jeezy Christ around here for like pretty possible like these. So I absolutely messing up with their blocks. Unfortunately, the drivers won't able to pass anything as well. All of the drivers have been stuck forever. I can't absolutely going to be letting them as well for just like that. Jeezy goosh. Oh my gosh. One of the drivers have just stuck over here, so I just gotta be getting around for this self cleanup. That sounds like a yellow flag to me. Jesus Christ, this is not gonna be getting around here if we're getting all over here, so what on earth bread is gonna be getting around here? So I have to continue around here. This is absolutely where the problem. We can't actually clean up. We can't actually pick them up as fast as possible and drop them on there. I don't have any scripts that I learned. And not anywhere around here is going to be that way. So there is more tracks or more cars have just got to be coming around here. Conveyors like the factory wasn't going to be like this way anyway. These cars aren't going to be getting around anywhere. About the cars have just... I mean the sim blocks have just getting a little bit away for just one time as well. So, looks like the blocks have just continued racing, but unfortunately, this goes the bad thing for me as well. So here comes the drivers already. And even though there is a little bit more as well. So there's one driver up ahead for this. And another driver... Wait a second. Where's the drivers? Oh no, Galowski stuck out of here for just like this. So, there's nothing a little bit more for around here for many more of this. Oh geez, oh geez. I absolutely getting a little bit confused. I gotta get these blocks back in control, but it's absolutely too late to do this as well. So, this track around here that I'm just not going to do for a little bit more of these much. So, I will actually gonna be taking a little bit of tour for just away for one thing. Here comes another drivers as possible. And this is the track where it is absolutely so big. I won't be able to continue this video for a long time, so even though passing around in other kinds of like the tracks as well, even a little bit more. So the blocks have just leading their way, and I'm not supposed to touch them. So there is another corner around here for this right next side of the building as well. This is the front stretch. And blasted all the way. This is going to be the back stretch. At the end of this, there must be a chicane. And there won't be a little bit more. There's no pit stops, unfortunately. So, there must be going to be a little bit more of the tracks. So, I won't absolutely going to be getting around here on it as well. So, there are more stuff as well on this big circuit of this. Oh geez, this is absolutely going to be for our last few turns. And there's the big circle of the final stretch. So, I'm probably sure there are more cars around here as well. So, I'm definitely not going to mess things up around here. And I'm probably going to be going around here. So, at least there's a few more. And the final stretch could be in the front stretch onto the finish line. And that's how the races goes around here. Where does the video ends is going to be right now. Hopefully that wasn't going to be for a little bit a plan of change. So that will be it as even possible as well. I'm not going to be end of this video for probably still. So looks like the drivers are still in control. And probably we lose amount of cars a lot. That thing have just conveyor belts keep me out of the race or something that I'm not going to do from. So I suggest that we're going to be end of this video sometimes, but there must be for the one final lap. I think that's the way. It's absolutely they made it onto the checkered flag. Unless where are the drivers? They're still in last place. Even though there are more cars like anyways for it to do. I mean, there are the block cubes. And there's a driver. There's the cars that I totally found here for whatsoever. This will be a next couple of laps, but unfortunately, the race continues forever for 24 hours. And so on, the video ends as I'm not very sure. This is the last race. I'm not very sure. I'm not going to be pausing around here for just a long time, so that wouldn't be it as possible. So, I don't really think this is absolutely going to be end of this way. There's the last view of the drivers. And finally, the race is over. And probably I'm gonna be end of this video about the racing cube blocks and the sim racing cars on the Roblox. If you're gonna be checking out of one of the videos, you can probably search that on the internet videos for something else. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users or street racing geeks and racing fans all later until I see you in another video.